Jenny, Shalu, thank you so much for putting on your screen. So their smile is going to tell you the story. Huh? What is the mistake? Their smile is going to tell you the story. My next, attribute that I'm going to be touching about is going to be about critical thinking of how students can think out of the box. Yes, think differently, or put it in a pedagogy way, we say higher order thinking. Yes, we call it higher order thinking. So when Rajesh sir said and we discussed this, I was wondering why there was a need for us to do this. Why do we want students to have a higher order thinking? Why the teacher keeps telling in class, why don't you all talk? Why don't you all ask me questions? How much am I going to talk alone? Yes, but did you see I devised a very good mechanism? I asked you questions and I got you talking. And even now I'm going to make you do a few exercises, which is going to be very, very entertaining. So I hope all of you are going to be ready in 5 minutes to put your videos on because I'm going to make you do an exercise. Okay. So I will tell you that to do. So don't worry. Now, why is there a need for us to have a higher order thinking? Yes, you can see we're in the 21st century. Yes, all our acts are outcome based. Yes, they are research driven. There is active learning. So when probably I did my MSc, we didn't have projects. Yes, there is active learning. The student is doing a project and from that he is learning himself. All our programs are now student centered. Yes, you saw Raja sir also speaking, your Dean sir also saying that for the students, we want to have certain engagements, we want students to benefit. So all activities are student centric. It's an integrated curriculum. What is integrated? You have a project, you have field visits, you have practicals, you have theory, and in the meantime, teacher also tells you we are doing an outreach in that village. You have to come for the outreach. So you go in the outreach and you also do some activities under your NSS, your NCC, or other wings that you may have. Yes, there are multiple forms of assessment. So you can't say I'm going to by heart and give it in the paper. I have to think. I have to think differently. What if teacher says this is an open book question? Answer these questions. Answer the following questions. So you have to be prepared, and that is why you have to have a different or a higher order of thinking. Can you see there is multimedia now? Yes, which we didn't have. So we only had books or we only had the chalk and board method. But now you can have animations, you can have interactive movies, you can have movies where you can actually get your students to start appearing in the movie and things like that. So a lot of evaluation, a lot of content is driven by multimedia, and of course collaboration. Yes, because there is a need for us to collaborate. So I cannot say I'm taking a class, I will devise the experiment, I will do this. No, Raja sir will actually take help, or I will actually take help of my backend team, which is my outreach team. They will ensure that I'm given the permission to conduct a session in Pasighat. They will ensure that I'm allowed to take a quiz online. They will ensure that I'm allowed to show the following in my slide deck. Yes. So you have to understand that there has to be a team effort. There is no me, but there is now a we. W-E. From M-E, me, it has become W-E, we. All of us together. Yes. So from an old school, which was time-based, textbook driven, had a lot of passive learning, was teacher centered. Everything the teacher knows. But today, honestly, in my class, my students say, ma'am, yesterday only I read one article on cholesterol being like this. So it is much more active learning. And that time we had only fragmented curriculum. For 20 years, we were isolating starch from potato. And industry had stopped that long ago. So you have to understand that the time has changed. We had only printed assessments because we had never seen a mobile phone, forget a computer. Nobody had a computer. Yes. And we were all in isolation. There were no phones also to connect us. So I was studying in my house, somebody else is studying in their house. So we had no other choice but to look at our own books, study, and get the better of it. Okay. And there was a lot of emphasis on facts and memorization. But today, if you have an idea, you can convert it into an app or into an opportunity, and that will have a lot of mileage. Okay. So education is not learning of facts. but it is about training the mind to think. And that is why we are saying critical thinking or higher order thinking is what we are beginning with. Okay. So this is, see, this is not something that I'm postulating or somebody in the 21st century has postulated. This is something that Albert Einstein had stated, that education is not just learning facts, but it's about training the mind. So way back, 100 years back, also somebody knew that you need to train your mind to learn better, to adapt, to inculcate new habits, to learn new skills and become a better individual, researcher or scientist. Why is it needed? Obviously, because these are 21st century skills. And to remain competitive in a challenging job market, student needs all these. Yes. And what are they? So I have labeled it as a very simple slide. And I've said 4 C's. What are the 4 C's? Critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and communication. Correct? Critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and communication. The 4 C's. Now, why am I using these? Why am I using this terminology? Because tomorrow you will go and tell your friend that, look, I know what are the 21st century skills. And you know what you're going to say? You're going to say we need 4 C's, IMT, and flips. And all your friends are going to wonder, what are these 4 C's? What is IMT? What is flips? But what did I do by using this mnemonic? I was able to enthuse you. I was able to get you to learn these very quickly. 4 C's easier to remember? Yes. IMT is very easy to remember, and flips. IMT stands for information, media, and technology. And flips is the first word, flexibility, leadership, initiative, productivity, and of course, being a part of the social, network, being a part of a system where you reach out to everybody, share information, and help everybody grow together. Are you understanding this? So that is why there is a need for us to develop a higher order thinking, or yes. Okay, how can we get inspired? I'm going to answer your questions in the chat window. Please don't worry. I've kept it open. Ritika, don't worry. I'm going to answer. Okay. So have you got my point? 4 C's, IMT and flips. And that is why, to be a part of this competitive world, instead of getting bogged down and saying that, oh, I'm not going to be able to do this, let's say, don't worry. I'm constantly evolving. And as somebody rightly said in the chat window, I want to be a better version of myself. Yes. So that is why there is a need for us to have a higher order thinking. Okay. So what is this critical thinking? Yes, a lot of people think that if you use high-fi words, if you use jargon, you're kind of very well read. You're taken very seriously. Now, when a medical doctor recommends a surgery, how do you evaluate the advice? Let us go through each of these questions. How do you evaluate the advice? So somebody has been recommended a surgery. How do we evaluate the advice? We take a second opinion, right? We take a second opinion. Next, when we observe a class session by a teacher, how do you evaluate the quality of the teacher? What do? You take a feedback. You take a feedback of the teacher. Yes, and you don't ask how nice the teacher was looking, but you ask specific questions. How was the board work? Was there continuity from the last lecture? Yes, was the teacher able to answer your questions? Was the teacher well read? Do you have any suggestions for the English vocabulary? What was the speed in which the class was conducted? Okay. How do we evaluate the quality of a book? Well, obviously you read it and then you kind of make a comment. How do we decide whom to vote for? Isn't it very critical? We evaluate that, has this person worked hard? Has this person facilitated various things in the constituency? Has he combated the COVID situation well? Or did he just run away? Did he just keep quiet and sat in his house and didn't help the local administration? Yes. So you definitely have your rational thinking which you are using. Whether to propose to someone or accept a marriage proposal, isn't it? You think rationally. Should I say yes? Should I say? Which brand of chai patti to buy? Which brand of tea to buy? So you ask yourself, right? Am I going to have milk without tea? Am I going to have tea without milk? Right? So what kind of tea I'm going to have will help me decide what kind of tea I want to buy. Am I going to brew it longer? Do I want a tea which is, flavored? Do I want a tea which is with antioxidants and so on? Okay. So that's how I'm going to be actually defining it. Okay. Whether to believe what a teacher or textbook says, and the answer to each one of these questions, yes, involves thinking critically. Because what you're doing at that point, you're thinking, should I buy this? If I'm buying this, why am I buying this? Because I need the tea for this purpose. Okay. So at that moment, I am actually making a conscious choice. So at that time, you are critically thinking. So don't worry, this is not something which is an exceptional skill set that dawns upon only your teachers or mentors or the person who's a topper in the university. All of us have this skill set, but we don't nurture it enough, or we don't encourage that kind of thinking to become critical thinkers. Otherwise, it would be good because we're using our rational sense to actually carry out this kind of a question. Okay. So what is critical thinking? Yes, the ability to understand this. Yes, while most people have assumptions that critical thinking means typically or a negative way of thinking. Are this fellow thinks very critically. He will always find something negative in this. He will always say this is like this. That is not critical thinking. Yes, critical thinking basically means that you are making clear and a reasoned judgment. Yes, you are making a clear and a reasoned judgment. So it is the ability to understand things. It is questioning the probable result of action. So what will happen if I do this? What will happen if I do the other way? It is the evaluation of the things that you study and you hear around you. It is the ability to analyze the way you think. Yes, it is to present proofs of the ideas that you have, seeking evidence instead of accepting personal opinions. So, I think that high temperature is going to inactivate the COVID virus. What happened? It was a myth, right? So, accepting evidence versus personal opinions, identifying false information beyond superficial data that has been provided to you. Okay. So, the following attributes actually help you, to devise a mechanism by which you can critically think. And if you look at this, these are very, very simple attributes that I've listed. Very simple attributes, yes, that look for evidence, always be able to evaluate false information, analyze whatever you're doing, yes, questioning the probable action of your result of your action. What if I do this? What will happen if I do this? Okay. So what is critical thinking? Critical thinking is nothing but a set of mental processes, yes, that we go through when we evaluate the merit of something. What is the merit? Now you may say, okay, again, one big word ma'am has used, but I told you whenever I use a big word, I will clarify it. Merit means the truth of a statement. Yes, the usefulness of a product or process, the moral rightness or wrongness of an action, of an practice, the effectiveness and efficiency of a policy, the beauty of a work of art, or the significance of an event. Okay. So a mental process that we go through in evaluating the merit of something, which could be following, either the truth of a statement, the usefulness, the moral rightness or wrongness, effectiveness, beauty of an artwork, yes, or the significance of an event. Why is it important to think critically? Yes. So many people think to learn is to think. Yes, to learn is to think. So if you are thinking poorly, what is happening? I'm trying to draw a correlation here. If you are thinking poorly, then you are learning poorly, isn't it? So to think well means to learn well. Now, all content to be learned should be well constructed. Memorizing is not learning, my dear friends. We may have been doing it till now, but we may have certain teachers who may have motivated us to really excel in the topics we are doing. Yes. So memorizing is not learning, but all content should be, to be learned should be very, very well constructed. Okay. So if you are memorizing something, then you're not going to be able to think critically. To think critically, you will need to, look at attributes, look at merit of statements, think rationally, and so on. Now, students view problems from all perspectives. So when you think critically, what is happening? Can you see the confusion in the mind of this individual? And what is the difference between the two pictures? Can you tell me? Yes, most of you would say this is sorted, set hai, isn't it? It's sorted. Why? Because from a confused meshwork here, there is a nice structural framework in which the thoughts are being assimilated. So students should view problems from all perspectives and gain a greater understanding of the truth. The result will be a more effective learning and also, yes, and also a more productive living. Okay, so can you see that picture that I've used? I'm not going to give you a lot of jargon. I'm giving you pictures so that it can help you sort out things in the way you are looking at life and also factual data. Now, learning demands strengths in your thinking skills. Learning requires the interpretation and integration of new knowledge. Now, can you see? I have put a lot of things here. Reasoning, evidence, logic, rational, inquiry. Yes. So whenever you are engaging in these kind of activities, your end result is a higher order thinking or critical thinking. And then you have a practical and appropriate application. Now, this is especially necessary when you are encountering novel situations, problem conditions, and innovative opportunities.